Hey guys, what's going on? Denny here. Today we are going to be reviewing one of my latest purchases is an air jack. Yeah, an air jack. It is actually 6,000 pound air jack. I purchased on Amazon for $79. It is made, I don't know if you guys heard of them yet, it's made by a company called Vevor. Now Vevor is kind of like a Harbor Freight. They have really good, some good tools. They're good discounted. Some are good, some are not. You gotta read the reviews. This had a 4.5 star by like 500 and something people. And it was only like $75 with tax and shipping, like 81. Well, no shipping, but tax. It was like $81, I think. And it'll hold up to 6,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure it's 6,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was 6,000 pounds. I have the book here, but who reads books? We'll start off up here at the top with the handle. The handle's good, thick, and sturdy. It's kind of a little low, though, when you have it under the car. It only sits, well, you can see about 6-8 inches off the floor. Off the ground, off the floor, whatever. So it really don't sit that high. But, I mean, what do you want for 75 bucks? It's good and sturdy, made of thick metal. The screws that hold the top handle to the bottom handle, they just go in and tighten against it. I mean, I think there should have been threaded holes. But if I wanted to, I could drill it out, thread the holes, and then screw these in the whole ways. So that ain't a big deal. I mean, it's improvements. If I want to, I can make on it myself. But if you get into where they do that, and they make the handle higher and this and that, and then the price is going to go up. So for what it is, it ain't bad. This here comes as an assembled unit. It just has 2 screws here that you put in. Now the installation instructions, the instructions to put it together, I'll be honest with you, they absolutely suck. They are horrible. They are absolutely horrible. You got to just look at it and pretty much use common sense. In the instructions, it shows that valve down here. Well, you can't put it down here because none of the holes line up. And then how would you put it? No matter what way you put it, the handle interferes. Can't go together. So you got to use common sense. It goes up here. But it comes as an assembled unit. All you got to do is put the air line on, which is a fitting here. It's easy, simple. Tighten all them up, put this in. This all comes together as a whole unit. Except for this. These ain't in here. The handle's not on. But this here's all one unit. It comes just like it is. Then you have 2 valves. They're both closed in a closed position right now. You could put them this way too to close them so they're inside. But I found out if they're inside, somebody like me that got fat fingers, it's too hard to get in here. To open this valve, or if this one's closed, trying to open this one, you can do it, but it's rough. So I just leave them on the outside. This one here is to release the air out of it, as you can see right here, this, which is loose. I never tightened. This is closed. When the jack's up, just slowly open this, and it releases the air. The jack goes down. This is to raise it. You leave this one closed, and then if you want to raise it, you just open this up, and it goes up. But don't do it fast, because trust me, it goes up quick. You want to do it real slow. And then once it's up where you want it, you close this valve, make sure this valve's closed. When you're done, open this valve and it'll go down. Now the one thing I did notice, on this is when this is up in the air, you got airbags, but there's also metal like bar pistons in here. And if it's at a cock, it will not go down. It will rub. It's got to be perfectly straight up and down for it to go up. Well, not up, but down. Oh, there. Furnace shut off. So when you get your car up, make sure if the e-brake works, put the e-brake on so the car does not move. And make sure this is straight up and down so that when you let the air out, because if not, it'll only come down so far, and then you got to move the jack around and try and get the pressure off before it to come down the whole ways. That's one of the bad parts. But I will demonstrate here how it works. Let me try and get you guys in the picture. Let me connect the hose and then we'll go from there. And I'll show you. Okay, these are both the valves in the closed position. Like I said, you want to raise it up, you open this valve, but do it slow. And there it goes. If you do it fast, it goes up quick. And then you get it up where you want it, and it goes, I think, 17.5 inches, which I've never taken it up to its maximum height yet, because I don't want to blow out the airbags. Let's see, what are we at now? Yeah, we're at 15, so we'll go up a little more. There, we're at 17. And I'm pretty sure that's what the book says, 17. So that's at about its max height. I don't want to go no further because I don't want to blow out the airbags. And you have this valve closed. Then you can disconnect the airline if you want. And you don't need the airline on there while it's up in the air. You can disconnect the airline. The fitting they give you is cheap. It leaks. I got to put one of my good fittings on it. I just haven't got around to it yet. They're style M. I use Milton's. That's all I use. But they are style M's. I put Teflon tape on it and put it in just to use it. Then to let it down, same thing. Do it slow if the car's on it. Now, if there's no car on it, you can open it the whole ways. And then it goes down. And I'll tell you what, I needed a third jack. And there it goes down. I got a 3-ton floor jack. I got a 2-ton floor jack. I got some bottle jacks, but I needed another jack. And for what they cost, and then you're down there pumping, I figured I'd try this. For what it costs, I figured I'd give it a shot. And I'll tell you what, it seems to work pretty slick. I got to be honest. For what you pay for it, it seems to work pretty darn good. I mean, I've used it now. In the last couple of days, I've used it like 4 times. Now, this valve's open, and if you go to raise it, it'll raise. But then as soon as you close the valve, it'll leak off. So the best way I could tell you to operate this is, if you have it down the whole ways, make sure all the air is evacuated out of it when you put it away. And it ain't that big. It fits in small places, so it's pretty decent. I make sure both valves are closed. I raise it. And if I'm working, I disconnect the airline so it ain't in the way. And then I make sure both valves are closed at all times. Then when I evacuate the air, then I just open this one. Once it's down the whole ways, all the air's evacuated out, close the valve. And it also has a safety pop-off here. So that if you need to, if, like, say, this valve strips out or the handle comes off, you could pull this and let the air out of it, which is a good safety feature. It took my car up with no problem, which I'll demonstrate here in a minute. I haven't tried it on my truck yet to see how it works. But let me put you guys down. Ivan's on the hand tripod. And let me put it and get it positioned under the car and I'll show you. Okay, now, my air compressor don't have a lot of air in it. I've only got like 80 pounds of air in it because I don't really use my air compressor all that much anymore. I use mostly cordless tools because for the most part they do the job. Every now and then you come across bolts you got to use an air impact. But I use mostly cordless tools. Then my compressor ain't got to run. It ain't got to jack up my electric bill. So I don't keep a lot of air in my compressor because it sits and I don't want air not in there. And then the air gets water in it. And then when I go to paint a car, so I keep minimum air in there. And then when I'm done, I evacuate it. And I just put air in it when I need it. But I'm going to demonstrate here. Close this valve. And then just open this valve. Now, like I said, my air compressor ain't got that much air in it. So that's all the higher it's going to take it. Because I only got, well, it's down to about 60 pounds now. And as you can tell, now you can see how that's at an angle. Because I didn't have the car set and e-braked. But it lifts it up, and it's probably got another 3-4 inches to go. So then just let this open slow. Open this valve, make sure the other one's closed. That's it. I'm going to step on it and get all the air out of it. Close the valve. And as you can see, it ain't very big. That's my foot. It's pretty small. Again, it's made by a company called Vevor. They have their own website, but Amazon also sells Vevor products. I got it through Amazon because I don't have an account set up with Vevor yet. Well, I do, but it's just something quick. And I was looking, and I could get it for the same price on Amazon, and I get rewards and points through Amazon. So I got it through Amazon. But it's a Vevor. Like I said, it's 6,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, 6,000 pounds. I would have to look. I'm pretty sure it's 6,000 pounds is the weight limit on it. Let me look in the book here real quick. Safety valve. It says here that it can remain elevated for 40 minutes. So, but I don't. I elevate it. Yeah. Capacity, 3 tons. 6,000 pounds. That's what this is, a ZGH, which is ZGG, the ZGH, the EZGB, or this one. They're all 3 tons. That's 3 tons, which is 6,000 pounds this is left. Like I said, I haven't tried it on my truck yet, but I'm going to try it on my truck here just right now with my foot the way it is. I have a hard time getting around, so it is what it is. I'm going to try it on my truck later. But again, it's a vevor air jack. You can get it through Vevor or Amazon. $75. And I've used it like 5 or 6 times now. And it seems to do pretty decent. It's a pretty decent jack. It's a low profile jack. Now I've seen reviews on the internet where they said like low cars like Corvettes, stuff like that, you can't get them under. But I mean, come on, you can't get most jacks under a vet. I mean, it's just the way they're made. They're dumb cars, so that's the way it is. That's my opinion. Some people like them. I don't. I don't like sports cars. Never did. But anyways, all for the price, you can't beat it. $75. You go to buy a 2-ton floor jack, they're $140, $150 for a cheap Pittsburgh one at a Hobo Freight. And this was only $75 and it does the job. I mean, and you ain't got to stand there and pump it up and down. And then the handle gets tight and you go to release it and it goes down too fast. I just wanted something to try it, and I'm glad I bought it. It seems to be a pretty decent jack. Now we'll just see how long it lasts. Probably about a year from now, I'll do a review if I still got it and let you know. But that's the review on a vevor air jack from Amazon. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Catch you on the next one.